Welcome to Gail's Garden Herbs and More, my second channel, because I'm locked out of my first channel. I haven't done any videos in a long time, and there's nobody on this channel yet. Maybe somebody will come along and find it. I lost most of my equipment and everything, but anyway, I'm just so excited about all my plants and flowers. I got to share it with somebody, so I'll just throw it out there and we'll see. But anyway, I just thought it was really interesting. These are all red. I've had these for years, but the sun is so intense that it's making some of them, it's stealing the color, and they're kind of pink. That's actually very pretty, I think. They're almost variegated. Look at that one. It looks variegated. Now look at these. This has been happening. Those were all yellow when I got them. It started got a little bit of red and was variegated, and then started going back to the yellow, and this year it's got a lot of orange again. So it had to have somehow, these are dahlias, somehow had to have cross-pollinated or something, because they were just totally yellow before. And they're always buying my red ones. Okay. Guys, these are the best peppers ever. They are called gypsy peppers. I have absolutely fell in love with gypsy peppers the last few years. And I went to get another plant and they didn't have any more. I'm so sad. I've only got one. So I've got to really be careful with this one. They are the best tasting. They don't have that. When you eat regular green peppers, they have kind of a, I don't know, this greenish flavor that lingers. I don't really care for that much. I like green peppers. They're okay, but these don't have that. They are perfect. Try some gypsy peppers. They are awesome, awesome, awesome. I have had tons and tons and tons of chamomile this year. I've been picking loads of it. It's awesome. I am making a water, mixing my chamomile with tulsi and other things, and let it set overnight and drink it over ice the next day. And I found that when I did that, I didn't think it affected me, but I actually relaxed a little bit more in the evening. And it was a cold drink, not even the hot drink, just the chamomile in the cold drink. And I was able to sleep better. So yeah, now this is the only one of my peppers that come back from last year. The others just didn't make it. This is a mammoth jalapeno. I also have another one I bought this year because I didn't know if this would come back, but it is coming back. I had a gypsy pepper, but it didn't come back, and some others, and they didn't come back, but that one did. Last fall I planted some purple onion seeds. I've got these 3 and 2 others, I believe, in another pot. Most of them didn't make it through the winter either. So, no blueberries on this bush. Isn't that strange? Last year it was loaded. I have had tons of asparagus. I'm letting them all go to do their little thing now, so they'll be strong for next year. But I really did enjoy that. Okay, let's see what else we have. I've got some different salvias. This was supposed to be a mixed salvia, but I only ended up with 2 colors in it, red and pink. And that's okay, it's pretty. I didn't know that pansies had such a wonderful, wonderful smell. But these little pansies down here, they lasted through the winter. They're kind of dying back now a little bit over here in the sun. But I walk by these or brush them. They're the sweetest smelling things. They're kind of losing it like they were this spring. They were I could just walk by without even touching them and smell them. I've got lots of cantaloupe coming up that I'm going to train underneath the shade cloth to grow over that. I've got tons of echinacea coming up. I picked some of my roses. I'm drying the petals to put in some tinctures and stuff. And my daylilies are blooming there and over here. And this is from a seed, from a type of squash my son had. They're round green ones that are super sweet. They're sweeter than the little butter, what do you call them? Acorn squash. They're a little different than acorn squash, and they're much sweeter. Here's some more of my daylilies. Aren't they just gorgeous? And This should be a tree basil. Yeah, that's my tree basil. It almost smells like my pineapple sage. Tiny bit of difference. I don't know if they're crossing somehow. I don't know. Things all are do weird things the last couple of years. And I thought this was a delicata, but the leaves are different. This looks like a squash of some sort, probably maybe a zucchini. I picked my rose on there too. I broke off a piece of this. This is my lavender. I am trying to get some more growing. I'm having a hard time getting it to root. These are those sun golds, the little gold cherry tomatoes that are so good. And I was gone for several days, and when I came back, this thing was full of water. How in the world, I don't know. And they almost died, but they're coming back now. I pulled out most of the self-heal out of this blueberry container, and it has still come back crazy. You pick the ones with the blossoms for self-heal. I'm going to pick some more. I've been drying some. Last year, this didn't have any blueberries, but this year it does. Not a ton, but there are a few blueberries on it. This one doesn't have any blueberries either. It had blueberries last year, not this year. So maybe blueberries only come on every other year. I've never heard anybody say that. But anyway, this is my Josta berry, and there were some little teeny tiny Josta berries. I don't know if they didn't get pollinated or what happened, but they all fell off. So still haven't got any Josta berries. This is my lemon verbena, which I have harvested and dried a bunch. Planted my Rose of Sharon in the ground. Now, Rose of Sharon is a beautiful bush, but you can also use the Rose of Sharon blossoms. It's not blossoming yet, much like a marshmallow plant. Very, very similar. They're all in the same family with the marshmallow, hollyhock, all of that. And you can use all of those interchangeably. Somebody gave me a couple of small blueberry plants. Of course, there's no blueberries this year. They're just growing. They were very tiny, but they're looking very healthy. I've got a lot of scarlet runner beans that are coming back. I've got some over there, so they dropped some pods. They hardly put out any pods. This is a slicing cucumber. Hope it's not too hot. Here's a little blueberry plant. It does have some blueberries on it. They're small. This plant's really struggling, so I'm not sure what to do about that. My licorice root did not. I've planted seeds. They're just not coming back. My seeds that I kept, I must not be keeping it damp enough for them to come or something. So I tried planting a pink brandywine that I broke off, but it might come back. Looks like it died. I'm having a hard time with things dying this year. I'm out of nasturtium seeds, I think. I'll have to look again. But I do have some that came back, which is good. I need to make some more antibiotic, and nasturtium leaves are one of the things that I put in my antibiotic tincture. More of these echinaceas are getting ready to bloom with some pansies underneath. And I left my Bible sitting there. I got to get it picked up and off the grass. I must have come to rescue something over here. And this is fennel seed. It's a bronze fennel plant. I would love to get it planted in the ground, but there's so much of that Bermuda grass. I don't know if it would choke it out. This is pineapple sage, which I think is cross-pollinating with my tree Tulsi or something, because they're becoming very similar. They're still so similar. If this starts doing red blossoms, I don't know what to think. This is chocolate mint. Of course, I rescued those. Most of my aloe vera died. The winters are just too tough up here. This is it's just too hot for much of that. This is great. This has never ever blossomed, my cannas. I don't know. I'd like to get it put in the ground. Maybe a blossom. The leaves are gigantic. They're beautiful. Planted a little squash down there, one of those little round ones again. And my other blueberry, which it did not give me blueberries this year either. So I did have them last year. So it's like they're taking turns every year. I do feed them an acid plant food because they're acid loving. I got zinnias coming up all over. This is my Houtinia cordata. It's beautiful, but I don't need this much. So I find somebody that wants it. It makes a good ground cover. It spreads pretty good. Spearmint. My Chinese skullcap froze, but I think I've got some. Oh, look good. It looks like maybe some Chinese skullcap babies coming up. I hope. So that's this part. And I will save the rest for later. Just this area, this is a long video as it is to share with you all. I've got more cantaloupes. I had bought some plants and my seeds finally started coming up. So that'll be good. I'll get earlier cantaloupes off of these and get maybe some later cantaloupes there. This is a Arkansas Traveler. It's a little slicer tomato, and I actually have some little tomatoes down there. Yay! So, yeah, this is what's going here. This is a cinnamon basil there. That is a lemon thyme. More cantaloupe over here. And I've already picked loads of strawberries. I've got strawberries in other containers as well. And we'll view more of the rest of my stuff on another video. I hope you enjoy. Let me know. Please comment. It would be kind of neat if all of a sudden it took off. But in my regular channel I had a lot, but it took years to build it up. So maybe this will just be for family or whoever runs across it. And we'll catch y'all later. Bye now.